The bright lights of the television studio shimmered across the stage as the announcer's voice boomed through the air, signaling the start of a very special event. From Hollywood, it is the Newlywed Game. The audience erupted into warm applause as the camera panned to show four charming pairs of people who had recently promised to share their lives together. And here are today's newlyweds. Couple number 1 celebrated their marriage 6 months ago, Suzanne and Ted Fleet. Standing beside them with bright smiles, couple number 2 did the I-dos 4 months ago, Kristen and Brian Lomas. The youthful energy continued with couple number 3, who tied the knot just 4.5 weeks ago, Shanti and Ricky Carlos. Finally, completing the group, couple number 4 exchanged rings 13 months ago, Jorna and Bill Costello. And now, here is the star of the Newlywed Game, Bob Eubanks. Bob walked onto the stage with his signature charisma, waving to the cheering crowd. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Newlywed Game. We are glad you could join us today. He looked over at the contestants with genuine warmth. We have got 4 wonderful couples. And are you ready to play the game? The couples nodded enthusiastically. Then we will start the show by asking the husbands some questions. And in order to do that, we must ask the ladies to go off to our soundproof area. As the wives were guided offstage, Bob turned his attention back to the men left in the spotlight. So away you go. And while the ladies are leaving, I would like to remind our husbands I will be asking you some 5-point questions. You will be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Remember now, if her answer matches your prediction, won't that be fun? Because you get 5 points. And it is the one couple with the most points at the end of the show that wins a fabulous second honeymoon. So gentlemen, here is the first of your 5-point questions. Bob leaned in slightly, his voice full of curiosity. Gentlemen, which of the following will your wife say you think she did last in a public place? Something brainless, something reckless, or something tasteless? What did she do last, Bill, in a public place? Bill Costello thought for a moment before replying with a small chuckle. Something brainless, probably. Bob nodded. Okay, good. He turned to the next husband. Ricky. I will say something reckless, Ricky Carlos answered confidently. Bob raised an eyebrow. She did something reckless? Yes, sir, Ricky explained with a grin. We kind of went on our honeymoon, and we were on our way back, and she sort of kind of got real frisky in the car, and we kind of pulled over. Bob let out a playful laugh. In the car? Yes, sir, Ricky confirmed. Bob smiled and moved on. Fine. Brian? I would say something brainless, Brian Lomas answered. Brainless? Bob asked. Yeah, on our honeymoon, she accidentally locked the keys in the car, Brian shared, causing a ripple of laughter in the studio. Oh, okay, Bob said. Ted? I would say brainless as well, Bob, simply because she forgot the car keys on our way out the door this morning, Ted Fleet added. Something brainless, all right, Bob noted. Next question, gentlemen. Where will your wife say is the one place you know she has always wanted to make whoopee, but it just has not happened yet? Ricky was quick to answer. I would say the beach. The beach? Yes, sir. Bob looked at Brian. Brian? I would also say the beach. We never had a chance there. We just moved out here, so now maybe we will give it a try. Bob teased him gently. Let us know so we can all stay away. Ted, what about you? I would probably have to say the beach as well, Bob. Bob looked at the camera in mock surprise. Well, it is going to be a crowded ocean. Yeah, it is. It sure is. Finally, Bill answered. I would have to say a real expensive hotel room, because... An expensive hotel room? Bob echoed. Okay. Next question, gentlemen. I want you to look at the other guys now. Just look at the other guys on the show. Now, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. Even though I am dressed pretty snazzy today, I know my wife would think that I would look even better if I dressed more like husband number blank. Take a look at these guys. Bob turned to Brian. Brian? I mean, you are snazzy, but your wife is going to think you would look even better if you were dressed like husband number 1, 3, or 4. Brian studied the other men. Number 3. Number 3. Okay, Bob said. Brian explained his choice. He has got the nice short-sleeved shirt on, very casual. I always tell him that. Bob nodded toward Ricky. Yeah, we can see it. So, Ted. I would have to say husband number 2, but. Number 2, Bob repeated. Yeah. All right, Ted said. A little necktie action there going. All right. What do you think, Bill? I would say number 3, Bill decided. He is pretty kickback. Good style going on. Bob agreed. Number 3 is kickback, yeah. He is cool. Ricky, your turn. I will say number 3, Ricky started. Bob corrected him. No, you cannot say number 3. Ricky adjusted his answer. I will say number 4. Okay. I will say number 4. Number 4. All right, gentlemen, Bob concluded. Thank you. We will be right back to reunite these newlyweds. We will see how well their husbands have predicted, but their wives will claim, right after these messages. The scene shifted briefly to a colorful promotion for another show. Join us for a non-stop sneaky party of Buzz's newest game. Here comes the exciting part. Talk about. Spinach. Dogs. Kangaroos. Spinach is a vegetable. It is green. Dogs wag their tails. Buzz's 7th birthday bash, talk about marathon, Sunday starting at 2. It is really something to talk about. Welcome back to the Newlywed game, Bob greeted the audience as the studio lights dimmed back into the game mode. Gentlemen, we have recorded your predictions on cards. You now have them flat on your laps. Remember, each time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you get 5 points. One couple, just one couple, with the most points at the end of the show, wins a fabulous second honeymoon. The wives walked back onto the stage, reuniting with their husbands amidst small waves and kisses. So the ladies have returned, and here is your first question. Tell me, which of the following does your husband think you did last in a public place? Did you do something tasteless, something reckless, or something brainless? Bob started with the first wife. Suzanne. Brainless, she answered without hesitation. Brainless, Bob repeated. He said the thing you did last in a public place was brainless. Suzanne laughed. Yeah, you got it. Oh, my goodness, Bob said, turning to Kristen. Kristen. I would probably have to say brainless, too. You did something brainless? Bob asked. Probably, she admitted. No kidding, Bob said. He said that you did something brainless. Kristen nodded. Yeah. Bob then turned to Shantae. Shantae, did he say you did something tasteless, reckless, or brainless? Brainless, she guessed. Bob smiled sadly. Brainless? He said you did something reckless, my dear. Maybe, Shantae said, trying to recall. Ricky jumped in to remind her. Do you remember when we were in the car coming back from Barstow? Bob looked surprised. You went to Barstow on your honeymoon? No, sir, Ricky corrected. We went to Vegas. We was coming back from Vegas. Oh, I was going to say, Bob laughed. You scared me to death. Shantae remembered the moment. And it was a long drive. About 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a long drive, and it was nice music playing, and it just kind of set the mood. Bob nodded. I see. We just pulled over, Ricky added. Shantae looked at him. Vegas, I am sorry, honey. Bob moved to the last wife. Jorna. Reckless, she said. You did something reckless, Bob noted. I did something reckless, Jorna explained. We were driving in the fog, and it was like major fog, and I stopped almost in the middle of the freeway. Oh, gosh, Bob exclaimed. So it was reckless. All right, he predicted you did something brainless. Jorna seemed confused. Brainless? Brainless. Bill tried to justify. Sorry. The fog 2 nights ago. That is right, Bob said. She is right there, I tell you. Jorna smiled. I am. Next question. I am always right there. Bob continued the game. Ladies, tell me, where is the one place your husband knows that you have always wanted to make whoopee, but it just has not happened yet. 1 place, Kristen. He knows you want to make whoopee, but it has not happened yet. Kristen blushed slightly. Oh, geez. I don't know. I think I would have to say the beach. The beach, Bob repeated. The beach. He predicted you would say it would be at the beach. He turned to the next wife. Shantae. I am going to say the beach, she agreed. You are going to say the beach also? He said at the beach. Yeah, Shantae confirmed. All right, Bob said. Jorna. In a lighthouse, Jorna said with a dreamy look. Bob was intrigued. In a lighthouse. Is that so? It is on the beach. In a lighthouse. Is that so you would not get caught in the corner, huh? Yeah, Jorna laughed. In a lighthouse. Lighthouse. I think it would be romantic. Bob revealed her husband's answer. Yeah. All right. He said it would be in an expensive hotel room. Jorna looked at Bill. Expensive hotel room. You know, one of those super expensive hotel rooms you always want to go to. Finally, Bob reached Suzanne. Suzanne. I am going to say in the backyard. In a tent, she answered. In a tent. Bob asked. It would be fun to camp in the backyard. Why would you want to do that in the backyard? Suzanne explained. We have a nice backyard. We just did all this stuff to it, and it would be fun. Bob smiled. I see. Okay. Ted predicted you would say. Yeah, at the beach. Suzanne laughed. At the beach. Ted added his own joke. We live very close to the beach, and we have just never made it down there yet. Bob chuckled. Yeah. Literally. Double entendre. Yes. Next question, ladies, Bob said, moving to the 3rd round. I want you to look at the other husbands on the show. Would you just take a peek at them, please? Just take a look at them now. Now, how did your husband complete this sentence? This is him talking. He said, even though I am dressed pretty snazzy today, I know my wife would think I would look even better if I dressed more like husband blank. All right. Are you taking a look at him? Shantae, got a look at him? Your husband is dressed snazzy, but you think he would look better if he were dressed more like husband 1, 2, or 4? Shantae looked them over and pointed. 4. Bob checked the card. 4. He predicted 4. Yeah, Shantae said. Awesome, Bob exclaimed. All right. Jorna, 1, 2, or 3? 3, Jorna answered. Bob showed the card. 3.